Alright, I'm going to be trying something new for today. So I'm going to be comparing Rosetta here and the new Rimuru. So just to get it off the bat, Rosetta's just going to be better overall. She hits basically twice as hard as Rimuru here does. For new players, I would go and pick up Rimuru because he's better unawakened. If you can awake them, then Rosetta's going to be better. But yeah, so I think for veteran players, Rosetta's going to be better. For newer players, I guess Rimmer is better in terms of like who you should save for, who you should go for. Rimmer would be better for new players, and Rosetta would be better for veterans. If you were to make a new account, I would say pick up Rimuru and start saving for Rosetta. And you got two meta characters in. I say meta, but Rimuru, honestly, I feel like he'll be meta, but like not high tier meta, honestly. The issue with him is that this looks good on paper, but in reality, the high modifier does not mean a whole lot. Like damage up is just better in your kit, super crit's just better. He has the same issue that Battle Malim has, where like high modifier but doesn't actually hit that hard. So that right there is a pretty good summary. He has really good art gen and a really good true art, and he also has a really good normal art. But yeah, that super art is just it's a bit underwhelming when you actually put it into like a damage calculator. In my editing, I'll put left will be Rimmer's damage on a super art, and right will be Rosetta's damage on her super art with like all of her buffs active and everything. And yeah, you guys will see the comparison. It's a pretty big difference. Rosetta hits pretty much over twice as hard as Rimmer does. And yeah, it's a clear winner. I'm not saying that new Rimuru is bad. I'm just saying that I feel like people are overhyping him a little too much. But yeah, pretty short video. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to compare. Both of their kits are kind of similar in the fact that they want to be a DPS, but also a sub DPS. They both are gen. But yeah, I feel like Rosetta's just better. Well, not feel. She is statistically, she's better. Maybe not in the art gen department because 4 arts per second, and remember has 6 arts per second, but she can burst for water teams. And she just does more damage overall, which, I mean, at the end of the day, damage usually is what you go for when you look for supports that also want to be DPS, is like War God Fen. He's a support, but he also wants to be a DPS, and he's very good at it. So yeah. And in terms of tips, Star Swords and Rosetta, she's gonna be a really good powerhouse duo with Hoka, because Hoka's actually magic damage, so she'll work out really well with him. That's 300% crit damage that he can give her, and then she can give Hoka 300% magic damage. So you just got 600 damage up for your entire team. Hoka can get 80 water res down, which will even help her even more. She can get 140 magic res down. So you can get 220 res down. You can get 600 damage up just from the two of them. And I think you can get 11 arts per second as well, and 40 art burst. So I feel like that is going to be just an insane combo. Beta would also help quite a bit as a third slot unit with that 300 magic damage up. I think it's 300. But, and you know, she can also shield and tank and Argen as well. I think Beta is type F. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she's type F. So she'd actually work with Hoka and Star Swords and Rosetta. So in terms of Rimuru's comps, kind of just mono dark teams. He's not tied to anything too specific. Oh yeah, also with Rosetta, quick thing, demon ally stats 30% up. This is actually going to be huge. There's not really a whole lot of water demons in the game right now, I think, other than Long, and he's physical. So you can't really find a whole lot of usage with this yet, but in the future you might find more usage. Anyways, back to Rimuru here. So yeah, he could be ran with like Momon would be good. Ainz with the dark damage buff, or no, Ainz with the crit damage buff could work. Honestly, you could just do Rimuru and Hoka, and that'd also be a good combo just because of crit damage. He could be running just like a lot of teams. He could be ran with like Alpha, anybody that just buffs physical damage pretty much. And I think Momon probably is gonna be Momon and Diablo would probably be like his actual good mono dark demons counterparts. But other than those two, it's not like a ton that fit him because most of mono dark is magic based so far. So yeah, pretty short video though, but hopefully this gave you guys some insight on who to go for. And yeah, let me know if I should do more comparison type stuff because I'm down, and yeah, it's kind of fun.